Hello everyone, einen sehr schönen guten Morgen. Ich bin Suzie und ich bin ein Straßenmusikant. And oh my god, it's really hot. I'm gonna take off my sweater. Just give me a sec.
Keep on rolling, keep on smoking, sinking deep in my chair in my underwear. Messed up, reuse this cup, and for what my dishes are piled up. Drunk 1,000 coffees, no breakfast yet. Shaky, 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 and I forget to call my dad. Would like to mom, I would like to quit, but it keeps me calm. The haze is amazing.
I am Suzie Fleur from the Netherlands, and I am a full-time street musician since 2 years here in Berlin. I started my career when I was 17 years old. I remember my dad gifted me a guitar, and then my mom, some months later, she came into my room and she's like, Suzie, I signed you up for a competition. You're gonna be on stage and sing for everybody, which was very nerve-wracking. I have a past of theater and drama and experimental arts, but music was very new to me. So I did this competition, I won the first prize, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do music from now on, and that's where it started. So it's been more than 15 years now that I have been into music, but the street music has been rather short.
At home in every corner in the room, since it's getting dark outside so soon. Returned from a ride on my broom, saw the flowers best their bloom. Mushroom, singing songs for the autumn, I assume.
I still find this really hard to put myself into a box, because in my music career I did so many different things, from rock to metal to techno music, and now I'm back at my roots. So I would like to say I'm more like indie, folk, rock, maybe a bit of pop there as well. It's a mix, many ingredients. I must admit, the street music taught me so much. I did a music study 10 years ago, and of course I learned a lot there as well, but it was very theoretical, theory-oriented, and very much about being on stage, where the street music taught me truly to really become myself, embrace myself, and the streets just teach me so much about myself, about people, about music, and finding my voice and truly embrace myself, who I am as a musician and as an artist. Berlin has so much to offer. It's overwhelmingly beautiful what's possible over here. I am just a street musician, you know. I would love to discover more the club scene and also venues, but it takes time for me to build this up and allow myself to go to these venues and clubs, because I'm a full-time musician, so usually night outs are the times I am working. But I feel there is so much possible here in this city, and there's so many color and flavors and ingredients and colors. It's really exciting. So yeah, I can give you a big answer that the sky is the limit in Berlin. That's how it feels. Most of the time I feel very safe. It really depends on where, when and how. In the beginning, I made some mistakes, let's say, by going to places where I maybe should not have went to. Intuitively, I already felt it, but I was new, so I had to discover and learn while doing it. But of course, there are scenarios with usually homeless people. Sometimes they don't know boundaries or they don't understand it and they come very close. Most of the homeless people are very nice, but there are some people who are in very problematic situations, let's say, and they want to steal money, for example. That makes me feel unsafe when they're stealing my money. I also feel unsafe with the Ordnungsamt and the police, actually, because I am dealing with interesting things that happens on the street, but I am being targeted by them as if I am the criminal, which is surprising me with so many other things going on in a big city like Berlin, that the police choose to come and stop us and then treating us very rude sometimes. And when it comes to my safety, because music is my full-time job, so it terrifies me when police and Ordnungsamt are threatening by taking my instrument or giving me high fines. That makes me feel very unsafe because it's my job. I did receive 2 fines in total. One of them was around about 60 euros. The second one was 180, 200 euros, which was definitely more, but compared to other buskers and also what the police has been threatening me with, the fine can be between 50 and 10,000 euros. So it really depends on their mood, if they want to stop you or if they want to fine you big time. I have men coming very, very close to me or touching me in places where I don't want to be touched by them. But what often happens is that people use my material. I have this quite often, that I am in the middle of my song and then a person is suddenly next to me, grabs my microphone, pushes me away to then do their thing. It's like really, really, really strange.
And I realized much later, the more that I did this, how important to me this local culture is and how it connects people. Because music is still connecting people, it's still connecting our community, and it's still, there is still a local culture, but the way in which community interacts with it today is a much different thing, especially because we can so quickly disconnect from the physical world and get lost in a digital world.
Beneath the captivating melodies and vibrant performances that animate Berlin's streets lies a stark and often overlooked reality. Street performance, or busking, remains technically illegal in many parts of the city. As a result, artists, many of whom are migrants or cultural minorities, face systemic challenges including substantial fines, the threat of having their instruments confiscated, and, in some cases, physical and verbal harassment from the public. Yet, in the face of adversity, they continue to perform, not out of convenience but out of conviction. Their art is a form of resistance, fierce, vulnerable, and unmistakably human. The Berlin Symphony of Rhythm is a documentary project that seeks to give these artists the platform they have long been denied. It is an act of cultural preservation, a tribute to creative resilience, and a critical exploration of the societal structures that marginalize non-institutionalized artistic expression.
But unfortunately, it is a bit difficult as a street performer with the amplification. So they're very strict about that, and sometimes they let it go and you can street perform. Sometimes you get tickets. I have one fine that I got, and I know friends that have gotten their equipment taken away, and it's not regulated. So
it's also not always safe. There are crazy people on the streets of Berlin who will provoke you, and they will see the opportunity, make a scene when they see you playing a show and having a lot of people around you. And a lot of these things happen to all of us street musicians. Doesn't matter what music we play, we go through the same shit, all of us.
And street music is something that always has remained pure to the necessity of needing to share time and space with the musician to experience that music. You know, it's not electric. It's happening in front of you. That person's heart is being expressed. Their mouth is open, and their instrument is making sounds for you. So it's something that you have to be present in order to experience. And this is where I think street music is something that absolutely needs to be preserved for the purpose of connecting people on this very basic human level. You know, I've never done street music for the sake of making money. I was always playing music in bars and on stages and things like this.
So today I woke up and honestly I felt a bit overwhelmed and emotional because there is a lot of paperwork for me to do as a street musician. Insurance wants to know my income. Where does the money come from, Suzie? What is the job you're doing, Suzie? And this honestly overwhelms me. As a foreigner, there's a lot for me to learn and to discover to know how to do things well. They cancelled my card now, which is a little bit embarrassing. So I really hope next week I'm gonna come together with a friend. He's gonna help me out to get everything cleared up. But gosh, oh gosh, it's really hard to be a street musician and to make yourself legal, or like that you can be part of this system, let's say. So yeah, I felt a bit discouraged this morning, but I tried to let it go and just breathe and be like, Suzie, the best thing you can do right now is just go to the office. This is my office, one of my offices, playing as a street musician over here at Alexanderplatz. And when I arrived, I had a bit of a dark cloud above my head, a little bit insecure, a bit overwhelmed with life. But then I started playing and the sun is shining and I'm just recognizing that we survived the winter. Oh my goodness, it's so hard to be a street musician during the winter time in Berlin. It's cold, my fingers were freezing, and I can play now in the sunshine, and there are so many people here celebrating the day, the time, and yeah, I played 2 sets over here and I had a very lovely time. The audience was very involved with what I was doing. Also some homeless people were coming by and they were spoiling me with like random gifts. This happens sometimes that you get like, I got some like, what is that, like a Mickey Mouse plushie, and I got like some, what is this even? I think they stole it. I'm pretty sure they stole this shit. But then I get these random surprises. And then my friend is coming by and he's giving me a pretzel, and then you guys are coming along and you're giving me a nice drink. And that just reminds me that it's all worth it, you know, all the hard work and the suffering and everything that comes with being a street musician, it's all worth it. I will pay every fine and I will do everything I can do as long as I can play the music and spread love and spread the message of being me.
To your show today, I saw you play and then you blow me away. I am craving you. I came from across the land, what is the plan?
I think her voice is really pretty and it makes me feel very calm. And it's nice to have a moment like this in life that you finally feel able to just relax. And yeah, this is actually my first day traveling to Berlin by myself, and it's my first ever solo trip. So I think it's really meaningful accounting something live music like this, because this is something that makes me feel like the city is like real. It's not something just artificial, touristy, but something like actually have feelings into it.
I really like the atmosphere here. I enjoy listening to her specifically. It's very calming, very local presence in such a multicultural city. I really enjoy being able to hear music from all parts of the world, especially here in Berlin.
And advice when it comes to music is to just do it. Don't be scared. First do it for yourself and then maybe dare to share it with the people who you love and they love you, and see what you can do from that point on. Maybe go to some jam sessions, open mics, I highly recommend. When it comes to advice as a street musician, the same in a way, just do it and don't come up with too many excuses or reasons not to do it. The only way to do it is by doing it, literally. And get in the flow of things, because when it comes to busking, every day is extremely different. It's very unpredictable. It depends on the weather, it depends if there's other buskers there, police, etc. and so on. But for me, street music saved my life. I've been doing street music now for 2 years, and before that I was having regular jobs, and I found myself more traumatized in these regular jobs than doing street music. So yeah, if you even have a little thought of thinking about doing street music, do it, do it. I would love to create more success for myself. Fame is not something I'm really seeking for, but successful definitely, because I would love to buy myself a house at some point. That would be great if I can do that through music, obviously. And I have a goal for next year to start a band, and I have a good feeling that once I start a band, other opportunities, greater opportunities will open up for me. Right now it's just my voice and the guitar, you know, and some venues are saying, we love your music, Suzie, but it's too small. We need to have you a band. So that's something I'm manifesting for the future for sure. And yeah, just write a lot more music. I would love to release an album and stuff like that. This is definitely something I'm still navigating right now. Like, when is it a good idea to play inside or outside? Because there's many moments where I recognize I make more money outside busking than playing in a venue and I get a drink ticket. Whee! That's not gonna pay the bills and the rent. So it's still something I'm navigating, like what are the right decisions. Yeah, like for example, I had a gig during Christmas time and I thought it was a great idea because it's cold outside, but no one showed up. Everyone was at the Christmas markets. So that was a moment where I realized, Suzie, you should have been busking outside at the Christmas market because no one is here in this random bar right now. Another advice I give for musicians, if they want to do indoor events, join forces with other musicians. Create an evening where you have multiple musicians coming together so you can collect a bigger crowd, let's say.
My biggest advice to young creatives is to own it and do it. People won't always think that it's the right choice, but I strongly believe that it is a part of you, that if you don't just continue to create every day, you will not be your full self. And I think that you need to surround yourself with creative people and people who are supportive, honest with you, not always like blowing smoke up your ass, but being honest, and just other people who love what they do as well.
It's just to do it. Like, you cannot, you just have to do it. Like, there's no other way. Like, you just have to do it. It's just like anything else. If you don't do it, then you're never gonna either get better, you're not gonna start. You have to start somewhere, you have to be like bad.
Perfectionism is the thing that stops us from moving forward so much. To get your instrument, get your mics, and go out and hit these streets. In the art world, you don't need only quality, you need quantity as well. And what I mean by that is you have to play a lot of shows. You have to play a lot of shows to get good. You have to record a lot of songs until you start making good bangers. Maybe you do it from the first try, but the thing is you have to do a lot.
Mi humilde consejo para alguien que quiera ser músico, ya sea en un escenario o en las calles, es que sea honesto consigo mismo, que escuche el sonido que emite la vibración de su corazón, de su alma, y que no le importe nada más, que el éxito si tiene que llegar, llegará, y que no hay éxito mayor que ser honesto y genuino con uno mismo.